Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time it is in your location. Now, briefly, I want to look at this topic to be spiritually minded. Now, what does it take for one to be spiritually minded? The Bible says to be spiritually minded means you need your mind to be updated spiritually in the essence that everything around you is seen in that light of being spiritual. Now, what is it for a married woman, a married man to be spiritually minded? To be spiritually minded means that when you are married, you are focused on your spouse. You can't get married and you still keep contact with your ex. There are a lot of issues of people having. I was watching yesterday on a program, DNA test being done in some countries where you have about 90% of the children not belonging to their fathers. How does that happen? It happened because a lot of guys, so this thing is not just about ladies. Now, we blame ladies giving birth to children as that do not belong to their fathers just on the ladies. Now, let me tell you how it works. Now, you are a guy, you are dating a lady. Now, she's about getting married. And you say, oh, let me just give you one last round before getting married since I'm not ready for marriage. And you give her that last one round, probably 1 week to their wedding. 1 week to their wedding. And she wouldn't know that she's already had your semen in her. Now she gets married. Obviously, the pregnancy will not show up. Maybe for some people, it could stay up to three weeks, 1 month before they know they are pregnant. And probably some are even as bad as a night to their wedding. Now, the question is if you so love this man that you want to give him one last round before your wedding, why getting married to somebody else? Now, you will feel that getting married to someone is because this is the best person you have seen. So we have a lot of issues that has to do with lack of trust before marriage. Now, when they are even now married, you now see some go to the length because if it is only probably the first child that the woman, oh, mistakenly it happened, I had sexual intercourse with my ex before marriage, 1 week to was. Now, you now find out that the second child, the third child. So, which means even when it is on, the individuals are still in that very act of getting into that very act of infidelity, that very act of, I call it wickedness on your partner. And it is evil, real evil. So when you see such things, that is where you now see that occurring when first child, second child, third child. Now it becomes wickedness. The first one could be an act of foolishness, an act of idiotism, whatsoever I'll call it. But the second one, the third one, then that is wickedness in its own sense. That means you are just married to the man and you are not faithful. You are not in the marriage. You are not. Now, how does that happen? The man in question that is doing this evil is also in his own term in another light, happily married, cheating on his wife. So both parties are cheating. So it's a concept of wayward men versus wayward women in operation. Not just a wayward man. Now you have a wayward man, you have a wayward woman. So don't just say, oh, the women are so wayward. No. It is men who sleep with these women who give birth to other children in their marriage. And some of the people who are the real fathers of these children are married men with their wives at home. Probably their own children at home are being fathered by another person. We saw that which happened in Congo. Is it Congo, Brazzaville? I don't know where that guy is from. I think even worse than that happened in Nigeria. Just that statistics are not there. Nobody has come out. There are guys who have slept with other over 50 girls, 60 girls, and vice versa. How do we look at sex? Sex is supposed to be something that unifies the body, spirit, and soul. But some people just see it as catching fun, just going around pulling your pants anywhere you see it. Now, it just shows the lack of on people not being cautious, people not being careful about, and not having feeling. Why? So you must be spiritually minded in everything you do by living a life that is balanced. What are you living for the next generation? What type of life are you planning to live? Is it by having it anywhere you see it, or anybody that is your ex? You must be able to control your sexual urge, because it leads to all these issues of having children outside marriage. Because most of them, truly, when you ask them, oh, I didn't know, I slept with Mr. A week to my wedding, oh, I traveled, I just slept with one guy. So they don't really know when it happened. They thought all the children are for the man. No, because of their sexual rascality. Sexual rascality. Now, also, you now have people who work with some of our politicians who are so grossly involved in such things. There are many organizations in Nigeria where you see a married woman working in a company, and the man feels all the girls are his girlfriends or his wives. He can call anyone, and they don't even refuse, because you think you are working somewhere, married woman, you sleep around, and they just take pregnancy to the man at home. Is the father of all the children. And something happens tomorrow, you want to donate blood and it's not there. Let's be spiritually minded. Let's know that there are feelings. So it's both men and women. In a society where you see promiscuity very high, you won't just blame the women, you blame the men. Both parties are to be blamed. It's a society where men are wayward. If women can't control themselves, men should be able to control them. Women, it's very difficult for a woman will not just come and throw herself at you. A woman may give you signal, but men are the one who do the final calling. Yeah. So the waywardness of any woman can be controlled by the uprightness of a man, the dignity of a man. I speak to you, fellow men, be dignified, be spiritually minded. I speak to you, ladies, be dignified, be spiritually minded. In that way, you will be able to create a better society, because it becomes shameful to your children tomorrow when they are grown and they just find out that, oh, our daddy is not our father because our mom is just having sex everywhere she sees it. Oh, our daddy is just sexing every woman she sees. So let's be guided. If you are controlled by, at any time you have an urge, then there's a problem. Yes, urges of sex will come. In your workplace, you will see colleagues that you like. In your business place, you will see colleagues that you like, friends that you like. When that happens, what do? Tell yourself, I am married. Even if you are not married, I am going to be married. The person who will marry you deserves to marry a person who is sanctified, somebody who is sexually correct. Now, nobody wants to marry garbage. When you have, maybe at 25, you have slept with over 50 people, you are sexually finished. You are finished. What is left? That is where you see people, oh, the man is not performing because you have overperformed. The engine and a car, that you can see a car that has been bought for 2 years has done one fact. You are like a car of 2 years who have done 200,000 miles. Meanwhile, you see a car of 10 years, 5 years, who have not even done 10,000. So we really need to sit up and check our sexuality. Don't be a sex hawker, even though you are men. There are so many ladies out there who don't stand on the street. They hawk themselves more than the ones you see on the streets collecting money. They just do it anyhow, collect money, hook up, and the rest. May God help you, and may God help us. God bless you.